He's quarterback 3 in this year's draft class, but he's definitely one of the best prospects we're looking at today, people. Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields. Let's get it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here with Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with another prospect profile, looking at players for the draft, and we're looking at five-star quarterback Justin Fields out of Ohio State. Definitely one of the top guys in this draft class. How he's quarterback 3, it's not mind-blowing. I get Zach Wilson's better. I can understand that, but how Zach Wilson had the year that he had to get to that point is incredible. We'll look at Zach Wilson some other day. But as we're getting closer and closer, we're about a month and a half out from the draft. I got to get cracking down on some of these. We're going to look at Justin Fields. I think he's a great talent. He's 6'3", 223 pounds, according to the Draft Network. Shout out to those guys. They do a great job. This is a dual threat quarterback. He's got great size, good hands, more of a running threat than he is a passing threat, it seems like, but he still has a strong arm. He can flick the ball, throw it downfield, read defenses very, very well. I'd say maybe his best game last year was the Sugar Bowl against Clemson. That was probably his best game, period. Worst game, I really wouldn't know. He definitely, like, the only game he really lost was, I guess, to Clemson a couple years ago. Remember, they played in the Fiesta Bowl. Clemson goes on and loses to LSU. It was just LSU's year or whatever. But back to Justin Fields. Even when he did lose to Clemson, they had a 16-0 lead at halftime a couple years ago, and that's pretty impressive. He put up a touchdown or two extra in the second half. Obviously wasn't as great because Clemson's defense just stepped up, but he's one of those guys that can hurt you with his legs. He's very fast and has great ball control. You give him the ball, he's going to take off and run downfield, or just sling it, not just throw it. He's going to sling it to the receiver, right? This is a guy, and we need to remember that he went to Georgia at first. He's from Kennesaw, Georgia. He's a junior. He's, had a chance at Georgia, but just could not fit in with the system. And it obviously was just Jake Fromm's job to take. Actually, let's go ahead and cut the crap there, because let's just be real. And I know Georgia fans are probably past that now. They love JT Daniels and everything. But being real, Kirby Smart did not give Fields much of a great chance and a great opportunity. And he should have. Clearly, Justin Fields. Now, if Justin Fields had started at Georgia, would he have won them a championship? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Did it just take Kirby Smart some time, and now he finally can figure it out with JT Daniels? I don't know. I don't understand that. But 22 touchdowns for Fields last year, 2,100 yards, only 6 interceptions. Led the Buckeyes to 2 straight playoff appearances. This time he got past Clemson, and not only got past them, 49-28 the final score of that game. You go back, that was one of his best that was like his best game all year. 22 of 28, 385 yards, 6 touchdowns, only 1 interception. This guy played with a broken rib. Bruised rib. I don't think it was broken, it was more bruised. But either way, this kid fought. This kid went out there, hurt ribs, should have been on the bench. Why you still played him is beyond me. But Justin Fields just went out there like it was nothing. Like, oh, I just, hurt my wrist a little bit. I can still throw it. No, these are ribs you're talking about, man. I'm no doctor or anything, but I think those are very important. So he was 22 of 28 in that game. 78 point 78.6 completion percentage, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. Took 2 sacks though. Just let Clemson's defense have a piece of him a little bit. Kind of went easy on him, I think, and you know, but did okay. One of his best games though was you know Indiana. That was a tough game for him in regulation, I think. Just down to the wire. Ohio State's defense kind of held Indiana, but credit to Justin Fields for just being Mr. Clutch. 42-35 in that game. Now, he had right at 60% completion. Okay, that could have been a little better. On average, throwing in that game, 10 yards, passing, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I think weaknesses, yes, he's great. He's got great poise. He has a strong arm. But it's also great quarterbacks like him that also have a hard time under pressure. I mean, when you look back at the Clemson game a couple years ago, he had it right there in his hands to throw a touchdown, to take the lead, to potentially win the game. Nolan Turner picks him off in the back of the end zone because he didn't read the defense right, and he was picked off. Did pressure get to him? I would assume so if you're in that kind of situation. But he's still a great quarterback, right? He has his ups and downs. Man, I mean, he could fit into any type of system, I think. I really think so. I mean, sometimes he can have overconfidence in himself. He tries to do too much, tries to force some throws maybe, and he shakes it off and he says, okay, let's just take it easy, guys. Let's slow it down a bit. And he gets right back into the game. If I'm a coach in the NFL, I'm looking at Justin Fields. I'm saying he's got a strong arm. He's very mobile. He's well built. He's got all of that. He's got great confidence. Sometimes he's overconfident. Sometimes maybe not so much. How does he handle pressure? This is a 5-star recruit out of high school, and he was a huge recruit. Georgia picked him up and screwed him. But he did great at Ohio State, right? Only 6 interceptions last year, 22 touchdowns. That's not bad, right? 2,100 yards passing. Now, I remind you guys, he played in 8 games last year. Well, Ohio State only had 8 games anyway, so what is it? I mean, you get what I'm saying there. Strong arm, great mobility, just great physical attributes. I mean, a 6'3" quarterback that weighs 228 pounds, that's a very well-built quarterback right there. That's a big guy. And, that's what you need in the NFL. You need size like that. Good frame. He's very fast if he takes out the pocket and takes off running, which, again, he's a dual-threat pro-style quarterback that can maneuver out the pocket and just extend plays with his legs. Pick up the first down. If you put him in the right situation, and he has great O-line around him, that can help him buy time and extend plays in the pocket. I want to hear from people. I get Zach Wilson had a great year at BYU, but there's something. We were talking before the season began, right? We didn't know if we were even going to have a season. We didn't know if there would be a draft or whatever, right? It was Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields and then the rest of the quarterbacks. Then all of a sudden, we get what happened with Mac Jones. But what is it that they see in Zach Wilson that maybe they don't see in Justin Fields? I'm not sure. Maybe he is just a better quarterback. Maybe. I don't know what it is. Right? Don't be surprised, though. I mean, if the Jets take Justin Fields instead of Zach Wilson, don't be surprised at that. It wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world. Kind of crazy in terms of, we didn't see that coming. I don't know. But, it's weird. But I think Justin Fields is going to be a great prospect on the next level. I really do. I think he's going to have a bright future ahead of him. Is he a day one starter? Maybe. I don't know. I think he's got a great size. He's got a great arm. Great talent. I mean, look, he only put up... I know in that championship game against Alabama, right? 52-24 the score. Ohio State's defense lost him the game. Justin Fields, when he was out there, was giving it everything he got. And his players kind of gave up on him. He didn't quit. You know, he didn't really have many sacks. I mean, I guess 1 or 2, right? And he was pressured a little, and he could get away from pressure and try to extend plays, but his receivers were just not there for him. He didn't lose that game. The defense cost him that game, right? So, Justin Fields, you're getting a strong-armed, very talented 5-star quarterback with great mobility and size if you're drafting this guy. And there's quite a few teams that need a quarterback. The Jaguars are number 1. They have to take Trevor Lawrence. They don't have a choice, right? You skip on Trevor Lawrence, you're insane for doing so. And especially for a guy like, I mean... who else are you going to take over Lawrence? It's not Lawrence and Fields. You know, I mean, Zach Wilson's in there. And I mean, I can understand like, oh, well, a couple years ago in the recruiting class, blah, blah, blah. I get all that. This is the draft. This isn't recruiting. Don't be surprised if the Jets look at Justin Fields and say, you know what? Forget Zach Wilson. We'll take this guy. You know, don't be surprised at that. I wouldn't. You know, I think, and, you know, I guess the next team up to take a quarterback would be the Falcons at number 4. Did they take Justin Fields and say, hey, come back home to Georgia and we'll give you a chance in the NFL? Maybe, maybe not. But I think Justin Fields has a great talent and a bright future, and he's going to be great on the next level. So I really don't have a whole lot else to say about him other than he's got great size, he's got a strong arm, he's a team leader and a great athlete on the field. Talent all the way around, and he has his ups and downs in terms of handling pressure, though. But outside of that, I think he's very well fit for the NFL. That does it for this prospect profile of Justin Fields. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in and watching today. Really do appreciate it. Hey, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the bell so you know when I go live or post a new video. We talk all kinds of sports over here. Hit the like button as well if you really enjoyed this video. It helps the channel out. And comment down below what you think about Justin Fields and my assessment of this very talented quarterback. Love all you guys. Have a great day. Thanks so much. Like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, Ballard Sports Media checking out. Have a great day. Roll Tide, roll. We'll see you.